In less than 2 months, Kentuckians will head to the polls for Election Day, but as the state has adopted new laws, long lines have been an issue. WDRB's Dalton Godby shows us what some are doing to make things easier at the voting booth.
Countywide polling locations have caused some long lines on Election Day in Kentucky, but officials in places like Bullitt County are trying to add more locations so that you can get through the line a lot quicker. November 2022 Election Day. It's a day Bullitt County Clerk Kevin Mooney does not want to repeat. Long lines and hours of waiting.
Elections in today's world is a new thing to work with and to learn.
And learning is what election officials in many counties have been forced to do since the pandemic. In 2020, a new law allowed countywide voting centers. And what many counties now know is they didn't have enough. WDRB found that 2 large counties in our area, Bullitt and Hardin, are adding or have already added locations.
I heard from the community that they felt like when we moved from our local polling locations to polling centers, there weren't enough for the over almost 90,000 registered voters we have in Hardin County.
Hardin County is adding 2 new locations for November's election.
These 12 locations that are available for November are just the start. When we move into next year for the presidential race, we'll have even more locations.
Officials in counties like these say the struggle has been the high demand in just a few locations, but adding too many could be wasteful.
That's been the moving target in these past 3 elections, is trying to figure out what is the optimal setup to provide customer service, take care of voters, and not also waste taxpayer dollars by creating too much capacity.
As election officials navigate a new format, days like the November 22 election in Bullitt County are becoming less frequent.
What we did in May and what we're doing again in November, we'll have 49 check-in locations on Election Day, spread across 8.
Election Day in Kentucky is on November 7th. With photojournalist Dave White, Dalton Godby, WDRB News.
In Jefferson County, voters can cast a ballot at any of the early voting locations, but voters must vote at their assigned precinct on Election Day. You can find your location on our website.